Hello guys. Good day to you, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are and watching this recording. So this recording is about Vim. All right. So I'm sure some of us have used some IDEs before, and it's not really simple using Vim and coming from that background. All right. So I worked on a configuration for Vim that makes the interface and the Vim ID look just like any normal ID, Visual Studio Code, Sublime, Atom, Brackets, and the others. All right, and I also configured IntelliSense code, IntelliSense debugging for Python, C, C++, and C Sharp. I'm yet to do that of Ruby. But I think I would wait till we get to that part of the curriculum, then I would configure that. So without wasting much time, um, let me demonstrate how to get the configuration. So you have to go to github.com/jijachara. That is my repo, and you would come to the site and clone this. All right. So I have already cloned it. Let me just say I've already set up my Git or Vim. Yes. So I'm not sure you would see anything different. Okay, so you would see that we can see that we have ALX Vim. All right, but the Vim RC is a hidden file, so I need to use A so we can see the hidden file. Now we want to copy that to the home directory. I've written the steps here though, but I think I need to go through it with you over here in the video so you get an idea and um, you see how it works. So let's say we want to copy that. All right, now it has to be in your root directory. So I am in my root directory, so I could use period and then it copies into the root directory. But for the sake of maybe those learning, you may not be in your root directory, or maybe you want to do it but you're not in your root directory. Okay, so you can do this and it goes into your root directory. All right, so now you have Vim already, but you don't have the Vim RC file over there. But once you've got this RC file into your home directory, which is here, you can see where are you, Vim RC here, right? So once you launch Vim with Vim RC, sorry, Vim is going to install your plugins and it's going to create a directory called the Vim. Okay, where other plugins are going to be. I have already done that, so I'm not going to do it, but I'll teach you what you can do in case you run Vim and then the plugins are not installing. The plugins are really heavy, it will take some time, so I don't recommend installing it on Sandbox because you have limited space on Sandbox. If you try to install this configuration file on your Sandbox, you may be having issues. Yes, of course, I can do a minimal configuration for you, though that you have to request in my Slack, and then maybe I can work on something for you. Okay. All right. So let's say we fire them up. So let's say we are still not in the root directory, so we are calling them RC from the root directory, right? And we fire it up. So this is how it would look like. Okay, after you've installed the plugins. But let's say that you have not installed the plugins. You launch Vim and it's not installing the plugins for you. You can do so by just running plug install and it's going to try to install the plugins for you. Mine is already installed, so it's nothing. So to exit this pane, you hit Q and it's gone, right? And let's say you install the plugins and yet your ID doesn't look this way. That is something that shouldn't happen, but in case it happens, you can just do source and percentage and run, and then it takes effect. Okay. All right. So when you look here, you can see numbers. All right, in gray, and when you look here, you see this number in yellow or orange. This is called the relative number, and this is the number pane, that is the line numbers. Okay, so here, okay, let me just make it the other way around. You can take this as the line number and this as the relative numbers. Yes. All right. So the line on which I am now is line 1. This is line 2. I use J to move down, K to move up. That is normal Vim configuration. L to go right, H to go left, right? Okay, so what the relative numbers do is that they help you jump to certain portions of your line or code. Okay, so let's say we want to come to this place. All right, we could of course press J till we get there, but it's a whole lot of work. So what you can do is you could use mouse to get here, which is disabled in the configuration, but you can turn it on, but I don't think it's necessary. You could just use 31J per the relative number here. Okay, so you are going down, which is J, so 31J, and it brings you to that line. You can see that now it starts counting now from 1 upward and 1 downward. So if you want to go to, say, this line, you can see that it is relative to this place. So 31K takes you back up to where you were. All right. Okay, so now let's do something. I defined something called leader key. Leader key is what is going to help you be productive with them, and that leader key is spacebar. Okay, in this configuration. So when you have this configuration, your leader key is spacebar. All right. So let's say we want to copy all this. All right, from if to end if and paste down here. All right. So what we will do is we will go back to 15K. We can yank. It's called yanking, right? You can do this, which is Shift V and 2J or J twice. Okay, and then you yank. All right. Now, if you want to paste what you've yanked or copied, you can see that the status says 3 lines yanked. You can paste above your cursor, which is here, by hitting capital P. Okay, so you can see that it's there now, right? If you want to undo, you just hit U to undo, and your undo and your yanking and your cutting is all stored in the buffer, so you can reuse them. Okay, so let's say we come to end if. Okay, let's say it's 3J, and we want to paste the lines that we yanked right below end if. You can just hit this P, and you can see that it is here. Okay, all right, so this is it. I don't know if my saying right below and if confuse you. Probably I should have used right below the cursor because that's the best to say, right below the cursor. Okay, so now let's continue. Assuming you are on this line, okay, and then you are working and you want to comment this line out. Under normal circumstances, Vim would allow you to comment it by using GCC, all right, and uncomment by using GCC. And when you select multiple lines, let's say you select from, let me go back to 5K, Shift V, and you select like this, and you want to comment the multiple lines, just use GC and the comments, right? Shift V again, J and GC, and it's gone. Now, oh, I think this is not done well, so you can use what we call Shift V and then Shift greater than to indent, right? Shift greater than indent increases the indentation, and Shift less than decreases the indentation. Okay, so let's say you want to use the shortcut I have defined. All right, what you can do is 3J, okay, space bar and forward slash would comment it for you. Yes, and the same space bar and /1 comment it. Okay, so it's just something to be more productive. Now let's say you've made changes to the file that you want to save. The normal way to save is colon and W and you hit run, right? But you can do so now by using spacebar and W, and then you can see that it says written here. Okay, so another thing to do is that you can maybe I would do a video explaining all these, but I don't think it's recommended. Okay, but I'll try for you. Okay, so let's say you want to search for a file here. What you can do is you hit the / and then you type the file name or the text name, whatever you want. Let me say I'm looking for, let me say, net tree, right? So you can see that it selects net tree here, there's net tree here, there's net tree there, blah blah blah, right? So let's say this is what you want. You hit enter and you are there, but you can see that the yellow lines are still there. We don't need them. So you hit Control L and it clears those yellow lines for you. Okay. Now Vim deals or works with buffers. Alright. So this here is a buffer. Okay. Now this here also is a buffer. Let's say we want to open a file here and switch between these two files. Okay. Probably I'll do another video teaching you how to split and all that, but I just want this one to be very brief. So we are going to this left pane, which is our Explorer directory. So we can say spacebar H. H is left, right? So let's come here. Let's come to, because let's come here. Uh, uh, okay, and let's go to ALX. All right. So we are in ALX. You can see that it is highlighting with syntax highlighting and all that. So let's say you want to go back to Vim RC, you hold Shift and Tab to go to Vim RC. You go Tab for ALX. So you are switching between buffers. You can close the buffer, that is killing or deleting the buffer by using Control D. All right, and then maybe you can navigate back to your other file and blah blah blah. All right. I hope this helps. I hope this helps. If you have issues, please let me know. If you think they're not all that conversant with it, you don't understand something, you can let me know. I'll try to explain. You can hit me in my Slack channel or Slack handle, sorry, and I'll be glad to assist you with any configurations or clarifications that you need. Okay, thank you very much for watching and have a nice day, all of you. Happy coding. Bye.